What's good, YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, Real Talk Boxing, back at you again. Devin Haney, Devin the Dream Haney, WBC lightweight champion, versus Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. is a 126 pounder who wants to come up, I'm going to say 2 weight classes, to fight Devin the Dream Haney. Gary Russell Jr. fights maybe once a year. Gary Russell Jr. is, I believe, a decorated fighter. Some of the fastest hands in boxing today. Only loss came against Lomachenko. So, I mean, he's been in there with some pretty good fighters. And he's a pretty good fighter himself. And as of late, he's been talking trash and calling out everybody. I don't know if he's just popping off, if he just wants some attention. Maybe that's what it is, being that he fights once a year. But I like Gary Russell, man, and I like his family. He's a very family-oriented type dude. Always around his brothers. I mean, a good fighter. Really good fighter. I've seen him fight. Fast hands. I like him. But Devin Haney says that he's just capping. Devin Haney and his father and everybody involved actually met all of Gary Russell's demands. They're offering him $1.5 million to take the fight. I'm not sure if he's actually signed the contract yet. They're still in negotiation, as far as I'm concerned. The fight may be a go. I'm not sure. If someone knows, comment below and let me know. But Devin Haney feels like he's just popping off at the mouth. You know, he said the first time he gave a price of how much he wanted to take the fight, he said it was just crazy. You know, Devin was like, he wants so much freaking money. So much freaking money. But it kind of talked him down. And he says he wanted to fight in December, a day after Christmas. And that means the weigh-in would be on Christmas. When have you ever heard a fight taking place a day after Christmas and weigh-ins on Christmas? I've never heard of such. I finally got it out. I've never heard of such. But Devin, he's like, listen, dude's just talking. I've watched his freaking interviews. I've watched his videos. He said he's just talking. And I don't think he's really serious about taking this fight. But Devin Haney's dad steps in and says, listen, Mr. Gary Russell Jr., sign the contract. We've done everything you've asked us to do. We've given you everything you've wanted us to give you. So sign the contract so we can go on about our business and get to training and getting prepared for you. And Devin Haney's father says, make no mistake about it, he's going to get whooped should he take the fight. And they meet in the ring. And then they were asked, well, what about the weight? You know, Devin Haney's a natural lightweight. So he's going to be a bigger guy. Come fight. And his dad was like, no, listen, let's not start that BS. At the weigh-ins, they're both going to weigh 135 pounds. Mr. Gary Russell called out his name. He wanted to step up. So I don't want to hear nothing about weight. Devin Haney says, me being taller and bigger than him isn't going to have any effect on me winning. He said, skills pays the bills. Now, if you know Gary Russell and watch some of his fights, like me, you know that Gary Russell has very fast hands. Very fast. Some of the fastest I've seen. I'm talking about next to Shane Mosley, when Sugar Shane Mosley was in his prime. But you know what? It doesn't matter how fast you punch. It's all about timing, baby. It's all about timing. And Devin Haney has that. Listen, I want to say something about Devin Haney. Because you get a lot of talk about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, right? So here's the difference in between the two to me. First off, they're both young superstars in their own right. Devin actually has a title. Ryan Garcia does not. But should Gary Russell take this fight, it will be a step up, regardless of the fact that Gary Russell's smaller. It will be a major step up for Devin Haney. He's going from a boy to a man. And the same thing with Ryan Garcia when he faced Luke Cool Hand Campbell. That's a step-up fight for Ryan Garcia. A major step-up fight. So he's going from a boy to a man. So it's from boys to men. Basically is what it is. But here's the difference in between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Y'all listen, don't get upset with me. It's only my opinion. It's what I see. I know people love Ryan Garcia. Everybody on Instagram loves him. He has, 7 million followers on Instagram? But is he an internet star or is he a boxing star? Is he pound for pound? We have yet to see that or to know that. We will see it in his next fight against Campbell. But when I watch these two fight, I watch Devin Haney fight, I see something special. I really do. I see timing. I see movement. I see patience. I see body shots. I see ring intelligence. This kid's 20 years old. And so is Ryan. What's Ryan? 20, 21? And I see a lot of ring generalship when I see Devin Haney fight. And a young guy, a kid, 20 years old, already a WBC champion. I see something special. I'm not going to lie. I just do. It's just my opinion of what I see. Now, when I watch Ryan Garcia fight, I see a kid that's young and that he's fast. He has a nice hook. That's what I see. You really don't get a lot of time to actually see Ryan Garcia's work, because his fights are pretty short. He's knocking people out. Now, I know what some people are going to say. Yeah, that's because he's knocking people out because he's that good. He's just that good. He's knocking people out. Devin Haney's not just knocking people out. It takes him a while. Well, some people like to chew on it. Some people like to savor, sip on it like fine wine. You know? And it might be the fact that Garcia is just that good. But then again, it might be the fact of the level of competition that's in front of him. Which one is it? I guarantee you, when he fights Campbell, me and everybody else included will know. That question will be answered the night of that fight. Because Luke ain't no joke. I keep telling y'all this. Luke ain't no joke. Well, Ryan ain't no joke either. Real talk. I don't know that. Who is he fought, y'all? He doesn't have a title. And I know what you're going to say. Well, Devin Haney hasn't fought anybody. Devin Haney's a world champion, though. He's a WBC world champion. You know what I'm saying? It's two different worlds. I'm not hating on Ryan. I'm not discrediting Ryan. And I'm not saying that Ryan isn't a good fighter. I just don't know. But these next two fights for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are step-up fights. Make no mistake about it. Because Gary Russell has tons of experience. World champion. Fought Lomachenko, lost. He has that experience. Listen, man. Both these guys have something to prove. And both these guys are having two major step-up fights should Gary Russell actually take this fight. I believe Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell are already set to go. I believe they're set to go. And I can't wait to see both of these fights, man. But when I see Devin Haney, y'all, I see something special. So I hope Mr. Gary Russell Jr. is not just capping off at the mouth. I hope he actually takes his fight. He ain't playing no games. Just take the fight. Take the fight. Get in there. Let's see how this young kid fares against you. Let's just see. It'll be a good fight. I can't say I give anyone the edge, but I know, like the interviewer told Devin, Haney, that Devin Haney is the bigger guy. He's a natural lightweight. You know what I'm saying? So that right there alone is an advantage, and his age. But all else will be shown on fight night. What do you think about Devin Haney versus Gary Russell? Comment below. Let me know. What do you think about Devin Haney? Who do you think's better, Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia? Who do you think has more to prove? Comment below and let me know. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless. Till the next time. Real Talk Boxing, baby. We out.